Hey guys, what is up? I am Devildriven. It's Monday. It's Ladder Leverage Day. It's episode 50 day, and we got Mr. Gravesh as the 50th guest. How you doing today, sir?
Ooh, I'm honored. Hello,
yeah.
boys.
Episode 50 with the black belt himself, Mr. Gravesh. So we decided to jam some Syndicate. These are some really fun games. It counters great swords if you're running into great swords a lot pretty well. Is that a good?
Yes.
It's so if you're frustrated with Syndicate and you're a good banker and you know how to spend your coins accordingly, you'll do fine with this list. Going through the cards, he's back, Mr. Syndicate, the original.
Finally.
King of Beggars card that was everywhere when King of Beggars was OP.
Yeah.
So
back in the day, he received a 2-point nerf, and then he was completely unplayable. But now, not only did he get buffed by 1, but also Salamander now counts as attack. So that made him good again.
There you go. Yeah, he's a fun card, and he gets the boat out for you. So he's a 2. He gets 6 on the board, 9 coins. So it's always a good time, as long as they don't somehow get rid of your Flying Redanian. Royal Decree, you're going to see some fun with this card in the first game. Spoilers. It's just nice to be able to pull. Now, why did you go Royal Decree over the bank, Vivaldi Bank? Because of Ziggy? You just have too many point generators, or?
For one, I think Decree is just the better card for Syndicate, because the way I understand Syndicate is that it's a highly synergistic faction, and you need to be able to play certain cards at certain times. And with Bank, you're basically always high rolling. You're saying okay, I need the Philippa right now, but I need her to be in the top 4 cards, so let's roll the dice. And I think Decree is just, in general, for Syndicate, the better deck. And Decree, Bank was more of a consideration last patch when Passiflora was prominent, because you could tutor your Passiflora. I mean, back then I ran Decree anyway, because I just felt it's a better card. But now that you don't run Passiflora anymore, I think Decree is just way better.
Yeah, it's Vivaldi Bank for dummies. Philippa, this card's just stupid. If they don't have a defender and you can yoink something big off of them, they're going to be super pissed.
And if they have a defender, you just yoink the defender.
Yep. Mr. Gravish's favorite combo, Louisa Savallo, a.k.a. Jam the Louisa, Jam the Savallo.
Just smork.
Yep. Round
Jam
2.
him.
Yeah, if your opponent can't make up... A lot of people think this should be like the finisher, and that's the wrong mindset. You want to get... Because, like you said, the Frightener is a big target for certain things, So, if you can get that stuff out of them round 2 and either go even on them and get some of their good cards out of them, or make them go down a card, you're going to be super happy. So, it's a nice bleed card.
Yes, for sure. These cards, provision-wise, they're not very high, right? 9 is still very much something you can expend in round 1 or 2. And even in round 1, if you're for example in Red Coin and can use Luisa Savola to win on even, it can often be just worth it. These cards are good in every round when you can combine them.
Right. Yeah, it's huge. Azar, just a nice way to keep your engine safe, keep your Saul safe, keep your Hound safe, maybe even Ewald. And, just depending on what you're going up against is whether you're going to spend the tribute or not. If they got a bunch of damage and they're going to be able to do it easily, probably don't use the profit. It all depends on the matchup, but, just watch these games here and you'll get a rough idea where to spend and not to spend. Morelsi, you don't always have to use it for the tribute. You can just use it just to deal with something you don't have an answer for. Just to get the damage on it or to kill it. Because you got this deck has a ton of gas, man. You got a full tank as long as you draw the right card.
Yeah. With Morales, he's more of a tech for a greatsword meta, like if greatswords are very prominent, or like decks that go very tall, because you can use them as efficient removal, but you can also use them as tall removal. If, like, for example, greatswords get less popular again, which I think on pro ladder it already happened, and it's gonna happen on like normal ladder too sooner or later. You can consider running, for example, Imki in the spot. She's still a very good card.
Right. Yeah, especially with the combo of Saul,
Yeah,
playing her to the
yeah,
left and to the
exactly.
right. So, yeah, if they jump out, Imki jumps right back in. Um, the Graydon Slander combo. Now you only have one Slander in this, so you got to be super careful. There's
You can, if you like run into a lot of Mata at your MMR, your rank, then you can definitely just run 2 Slanders. I like to live dangerous,
yeah, you're a
so
marksman, dude.
I just play with one.
Yeah, if you feel like you're going, if like say maybe they play, a scenario round one, and you think they're gonna have a mata to pull their, you know, uh, caretaker or whatever, um, hang on to eavesdrop so you can dump it back into the deck.
Yeah,
That's kind of like a risky play. You might be holding on to a eavesdrop and then you just pull something stupid with it, and but it all depends. Just kind of get a feel for the matchup. Um, Redanian's always mulligan fodder. If you got 4 coins on eight cards and they pass, you can eavesdrop and get the boat out. It's a nice little play.
yes,
Bersodi, I mean, he could kill a great sword at 6, as long as you got 4 coins. It makes him use a res, might make him use their Ermion. That's a
I,
possibility.
I mean, like, you open the deck builder, you want to make a new Syndicate deck, and well, you will just not optional. You just put him in.
Yep,
He's just too good.
the bad brother, he lives. The dire hound. If you're going up against great swords, you probably, if you are on blue coin or they didn't play their on crate long ship, get this out so it doesn't get that second ping. Maybe you can get a couple, extra buffs on it. Saul, you just want to get it on the board as soon as possible, preferably where it's going to play out of whatever removal range your opponent has. So
Yeah,
if you're playing
and a
up
lot of
against North Nilfgaard, get him up to like a 7 or something next to him is you know so he doesn't
yeah.
die to the assault or anything like that.
And in a lot of matchups, you will want to at least have him drop as a 6, so like you need at least 6 coins to get him up to 6 immediately to play out of most removal ranges. And this card is Saul can be very, very strong.
Yeah, as you mentioned, you just underestimated him. He's a really great engine.
Yes.
We mentioned eavesdrop, just a nice way to correct your hand, get the slander out of your hand, possibly. Blacksmith,
Yeah.
if you are going up against the wild boar, if you see him start to line it up, this card's going to be huge to possibly, get those buffs back up around, so the wild boar doesn't get that second, ping with it.
Yeah. Just a solid spender, and he adds one of the gang tags to the deck that you need to get Siggy to maximum profit.
Yeah. Fizztech's just a nice way to play on interactive and gain coins, especially on red coin. Your opponent plays a card, you just play Fizztech, and a lot of the decks right now, they just have damage, or they want to hit stuff right now, so it makes it kind of awkward for them. So, and then
Yes.
you just kill it with a trafficker. If you're going up against something that doesn't have poison, you could just play it on your opponent or on your own side and get a couple extra coins out of it. This card's really neat. Assault, you have to have 2 salamanders on the board. I found this out today. Sea Jackal, just a nice way to spend, especially when you're sitting at 9 coins, and you do have some stuff in hand to where you're going to start gaining coins. Just get it out of removal range if you can. But there are times where this card just keeps finding a way into your hand, and there's nothing you can do about it. But it depends.
Yeah.
And then one fire disciple, just a profit and maybe a mini spender. But I don't know if you want to go running twos all over the place.
Mostly there for the Firesworn tag, because it's the last tag we need to get Siggy to maximum profit, and you could also contemplate running a Congregation, but I prefer cards that have profit on them, and this one can also be an emergency spender at times, so I think it's just a solid card. Most of the time you will mulligan this, but there are scenarios where it's actually quite nice to have.
Yeah, and then the Sea Urchins, just a nice way to... single spenders are nice, because, you know, the Sea Jackal can get super tall, but it's a big reach card if they don't have an answer for it, but this one's just nice to get you there and possibly carry over some coins. Really great deck. If you guys don't make it all the way to the end, next weekend is the qualifier. Mr. Gravesh is in and a bunch of the other TLG guys, so I just wanted to wish you luck next weekend, sir. I hope you have some good games, make it to the end.
Thank you.
And,
Thank you.
So keep an eye out for that. Are they going to have that on like spectator mode? They don't have that ready just yet, huh?
They said for like at least the first qualifier it's not going to be ready, but there might be some players who stream their games. Maybe not in the top 16, but definitely for the top 64 qualifier.
Right. Yeah. So the 64 qualifier is not this weekend, but the weekend coming up, but the weekend after. This weekend's top 16. So good luck, sir. We're rooting for you. Like always, guys, check out teamleviathangaming.com. Meta snapshot maybe sometime this week. I know a couple people have been asking me. And you know, you can't just throw a bunch of stuff out there and hope it sticks. You know, you got to make sure that it's somewhat optimized, and you know what's the best deck, and what's, you know, something that's going to really counter it and stuff. So it's coming. Just give it some time. Have some fun, man. Play some seasonal with a bunch of bronze cards. But like always, guys, thank you for watching. We will see you at the end.
Still lost. If we didn't go for the Azal line, I kind of saw it too late.
Patience is not a virtue. I am no
Enslave.
Okay. Enslave. Highest win rate leader, I heard. So it's a good coin. Let's get rid of the Flying Redanian. And Assault could be solid to deal with a Magni, but I think we just toss the Assault. We want to keep an uneven amount of poisons, because we can see early on if you can deal with the poison or not, right? And then we can put the other poison on the bottom with Eavesdrop.
Well, they always have Cupbearer. They always have maybe one Diviner, since it's Assault and Slave.
Yeah. But we'll see, right? We just poison here and see what he does.
He might Swears our boat.
He might.
Diplo into Diviner. Here we go.
Well, he's gonna see a Syndicate Bronze, right?
Oh, yeah.
On a Runestone. But is there's no Purification one, I think.
Oh, he's gonna get coins, though.
Oh no!
He's gonna spawn stuff. So we just kill it, right? Or do we take the...
Yes. We take the Trafficker, because we want to play Eavesdrop to hit 9 coins, right? If we play the 5th deck here, the Poison... Wait.
Played into Pikeman, shit.
True.
But why would he play the Magni front row if he had a...
I don't know, maybe he knew. Maybe he knew you would try to kill it. You never know.
Magni's
So
never... This son of a bitch. So we
Oh,
bury
that's great.
We bury it now, right?
Yeah, that's perfect. Like, he gave us a really, really good Eavesdrop target right here. Also the casual round 1 Martha, which is, yeah, not a play you should ever make.
Caretaker friends incoming.
I don't know, are you gonna play
Enslave.
Enslave, Masquerade Ball? Now he goes for War Council. That makes no sense at all. Why would you go for War Council after you play Mata?
And then not boost this.
I mean, if you boost it, then it's like the craziest Philippa, right?
Right.
So I can understand why he didn't boost it, but yeah, that was a question mark from my side.
So what do we do? Play a Jackal and spend once?
Yes, that is exactly what I would have suggested. So we can, play the Jackal, spend once, and then we can potentially go for U-Ult. Like, he's just gonna play like assassination here, right? Kill the Jackal. Which is fine, honestly. We could contemplate spending once more, but actually maybe we should just spend once more. There's not really a reason not to.
Morel.
But actually, I take it back. There was a very good reason not to spend it.
Yeah, that's a pretty big boy right there.
Some people still run poisons for reasons unknown. Yeah, I think we are fine to just play U-Ult here. I think the only engine we ever care about against Enslave is the Helge, and I think we want to take it out here and develop another spender, stay on board.
So we're killing the Helge.
Yes. We could kill the morale, but the problem with killing morale is we know he's gonna have more
poison.
More tactics in hand, right? So the Helge is always gonna get more value. Like, see here at the assassination, for example. But with poisons, if we kill the morale, it's basically always gambling. It's basically always saying, well, maybe he has it, maybe he doesn't. But I feel like killing the Helge is always the guaranteed value, and it's what we should be going for.
So now we play the Hound?
We could. It plays a lot into Invocation. We could also just play the Urchins and just spend and bring it to 6, I think. I think I like it a bit more.
Don't get caught. Hit him to
Bring it up to
Because,
6.
yeah, so that he can't kill it with an assassination.
So we need 10. We get there with the Hound, right?
Not quite. The Hound is only 8 plus 2, but it's fine. Like
We can
it's
spend
quite...
twice, right?
Yeah, but it's only 10 in total, right?
Yeah, that's true.
It's totally fine for us here to play Siggy. It looks a bit wasteful, but
I spend first, right?
yeah, definitely. It's really sad because both Moriels and Hound are 8, so it's just really close to not get us there. And Siggy is an investment, but he committed quite hard into this round.
So we just go to 21.
Yes. It's quite unfortunate here the way this panned out. But I still think spending wise we spent a lot less. Like we spent Siggy this round and kind of U-Ult if you want to consider it an investment. But he played Morale, Mata, Helge, War Council, which is...
And passed.
Yes, and passed. I think it was the last say. So yeah, I think we're good to go. It's probably the Jackal, I think.
Alright.
Nice. So then we just mulligan the fist deck. For spender in hand. Get another one. So now the question is, do we slork or do we pass?
I mean, this hand's pretty gas, man. I mean,
This hand is it is pretty gas. Well, why don't we just drop a Hound here?
see what he. Well, it just dies the thing, right? But then we don't care because he just has to play another card anyways.
Yes. Like the thing with Hound is, it's a big invocation target, but we can just do the skill check here. Say, do you have your invocation? Yes or no? And if no, this Hound builds up immense pressure. So in round 1, he can just play the invocation for a big carryover play that could be potentially dangerous to us in round 2.
Right.
But in round 2, it's more like, do you have the invo or do you not? Because if not, every card you have will trade down into the Hound.
There it is.
He does have it, he hits the skill check, but that's fine. Now we just smog. Like,
So
now
we're
we just
going
jam
with
Louisa
Azar.
Savola. No, we have, no need. We just play Louisa Savola again. Because the invocation is also one of the better
Is that clear?
trades into the Frightener, right? Into the Savola's Frightener.
Right.
And now we play these 2 cards, we don't give him a leader target, and, well, he has to somehow just make up a bazillion points.
Few poachers dare
So he just
venture
blocks
into
it?
the Warlord's
What?
wood.
Does he have, like, Vanhema? I mean, we just jam Savola, like... just jam it! I guess we just play around random Igni. Oh, we don't.
I won't let you.
Nah, they don't have Igni. How does
Yeah, it's... That's
I
how I
could-
always
I
say.
could see
That's
it.
how I always say.
I could see his name though, so I could write it down for later.
This is just easy to create Igni.
Are you serious? But that
No.
doesn't even get him there. Oh wow, that's
I don't
super
know.
slow.
That is very slow, and that's a very easy pass for us.
Cause yeah, he's got to make up.
Appearances can be deceiving.
Yeah, that's just a very, very easy pass.
I think he's gonna have to burn his leader, and if he does, we know he's got De La Tour.
Maybe, yeah. And his leader isn't even, like,
Great.
very good on the sports stage.
Right. Yeah, because he's only going 5.
I mean, does Igni get him there? Not quite, huh? Oh, Igni does get him there, so...
He did
if
have
this,
the De La Tour.
That's fine, that is... I mean... Okay, it makes absolutely 0 sense to play Damien here, right? But he still has to go down the card. So, it's absolutely fine.
Master of Disguise.
I shall relieve him.
So we
Maybe
traded
this
a-
guy...
We traded a
Yeah.
leader for 2 gold cards. And he got his leader back, but he's down a card.
Yeah, basically. I mean, we traded quite evenly, right? Khan traded for Invocation, and then we traded Louisa Savola for Avalach Damien. Like, we even traded up by 3 provisions. It's quite insane.
So we gotta be careful. Well, it's on the bottom, no matter what, right, Slander?
It's on the bottom, right? I think we mulligan the Blacksmith here. I think he's unnecessary for this round.
And Disciple.
And, well, the Disciple has more profit, so we have 1 point carryover. Actually, we could just keep the Disciple. Is there anything better to draw, really? The profit to matters.
Oh, yeah, we got
I think,
Philip,
I think
on-
we keep this.
Yeah, we got
Yes,
Philip.
I think we keep this. Because this, like, the difference between the Prophet 1 and Prophet 2 from Blacksmiths and Disciple is actually quite huge.
So do we start with Azar?
No, we just Morils this. Like, he has no coins to get it back, right? So we just jam on Morils.
Nothing turns my guts
Trade
more than a
evenly,
few
basically, with this
stinking
card.
bench.
Like, you could find, I guess, coins from, like, bribery and other stuff. But, yeah, it's unlikely.
Uh-oh, here we go.
So please don't skill cap Azar from the bribery.
Is
That
he
would be very
shoot?
annoying.
Is there a way to fit Shoop in this list? Vigo. Into what?
Oh,
Is this guy got the 3 doggos?
You will not regret this.
A Magni. Wow. What is going on here?
alright. Fair enough.
So we Azar now?
I think we just back row the Azar and don't tribute. Yeah, we play back row because now if it's Weir's, it deactivates his Magni.
Enough, sire.
And yeah, we want to withhold tribute because we can get the boat out and get extra points on our Philippa. Don't really think. Like, generally you say that against Nilfgaard tributing is very good. but I don't actually think we have any need to do it here.
What is that card?
The payroll specialist. Is he gonna move the scarab? That's literally a 3-point card.
I've never even seen this card until today. Haven't even seen it. And
Wait,
he just...
wait!
So we just play the urchin up front, huh?
Poor guy. I think now we can just play Saul front row. I just get 1 extra point basically if we play Saul now. Like if he wouldn't have yoinked last turn, we probably would have played urchins first to get it to a 6 immediately, but now, I mean, this game is very over.
Payroll specialist. This is what that patch was, where I was downloading before I got here. I've never.
I remember I did the review for the Syndicate cards, like for a website, and I rated this card, I think, 1 out of 5. Maybe I gave it a 1.5 out of 5, but yeah.
So we just play the disciple.
Yes, sure. Let's play it front row to play on spheres. Yeah. No spenderoni. Just get to 9 coins with our urchins, and then we have Philippa, we have Graydon. I mean, this game we can play.
Do we yoink it?
Yes, because Decree is a tactic, so we yoink it, and I think we're gonna see an instant forfeit. Yes. Elder Bears in Ardle is a very bad idea. Very, very bad idea.
It's gonna happen. It's happening. What is it gonna get? We're gonna get Royal Decree, Skellen in wildcard.
Sadly, we don't have any.
He hit
banger
the trafficker
cards.
though. This lucky
Oh,
bastard.
he did get the poison. Well, we're still gonna win by playing a dead Graydon.
We gotta get the Skellen out first.
Yes.
This is a rare.
Just get the traffic has the most points.
Premium grade, won't find any better.
So we
now
go leader grade.
We just go leader, and we have to finish in style. I think we go leader into. Oh, okay. Leader into slander, and then just play the urchins and do nothing. They have to finish in style.
How many sweet rolls
Oh,
could
because
I
we get
for
3
a
here,
dollar?
huh?
We get 3, and we get the boat out, and then just a little bit of bad
A
manners.
little dig there, a little dig. Good game, good game. Skellen trading up the Syndicate. And a new card, you saw it here first. Leak.
Payroll specialist.
Alright, let's try one more.
The King of Beggars skin, I have to say.
Yeah, he's got a good one.
Okay, so cute into great swords. Which is generally a good matchup.
Alright, so we're dropping the Redanian
Definitely.
and the Assault? Or do we keep the Assault?
The Assault, he's running TA, right?
Yes. Wait,
Um,
no. Lamp.
Because if he's not, then I think we should keep the Assault. I think it's fine to drop either the Disciple or the Blacksmith. Probably the Disciple.
Alright.
Yeah. Okay, this hand is okay. Not too great,
So
honestly.
he pops the lamp early. Why?
I don't know. I have no idea.
So we just drop an urchin and use 1 buff?
There's a couple lines we could take here. I mean, this hand has Graydon, which is like an essential in this matchup, right?
Mm-hmm.
So we could contemplate decreeing out our DJ here and just trying to smork.
As Mr. Gravesh says, jam the Savalo. So that's what you want to do. But then we have to get the Louisa. So
Yeah, I mean we're good at drawing, right? I think
Yeah.
it's an opening because the problem. Yeah, just go for it. Go for the DJ extra. The problem with this hand is if we don't go for an aggressive line like this,
Serious.
we have very low coin generation, right? So our Soul is looking sad, our Jackal doesn't really do anything, and this whole hand doesn't really contest around without a big play.
Right.
So I like just investing the Siggy here. It's a pretty big investment, but now we can fight for the round. Yeah, and this is why we kept the Salt, right? Because he doesn't run TA, we can just easy assault the Corsair.
Yeah, because next he plays another long ship, right?
Exactly, yeah. I mean, we could have gotten greedy, played the Soul here, but I think that, like, he's always going to play another ship here, right?
Yeah. Yeah, they get him in the graveyard. Yep.
Yeah, exactly. So it's a bit annoying, because it's gonna make it easy for him to turn off our Hound, but... Well, we can't do much about it.
So we're just playing it for the wholesome 6?
No, I think we just play the Soul here. If he does not have his decoction, or access to his decoction, this is gonna be a real big problem for him.
Admire the beautiful.
And we
What
could
can I
be
say?
slow here and play the Blacksmith and try to boost it to 8 immediately, but then we play into Morgok very heavily. I think we just drop it, we just make him have it. If he doesn't, it's quite fine for us.
He could even delirium this and
Yeah,
just
but then he could...
just prepare his luck all the way through here if he gets 5 things on it.
Just dodge the ship and
Yeah.
hit the Soul 6 times. Please no.
I don't know why, but that's how delirium works for me, man. When I play it, it hits like the one thing I don't want it to hit like 5 times, and I'm like, really?
It does have some rigged RNG.
So if he passes here, we just drop the Hound, huh?
No, if he
go-
passes, we can just drop the Jackal, and we get 6 extra points, right, from our Soul. Could have even contemplated to drop the Blacksmith, but honestly, we want to keep the Blacksmith to maybe like boost up the tokens from Azar.
Right.
So yeah, we just drop the Jackal.
And we don't spend, right? We just let it roll
Exactly.
free. Yeah, because
We
get
just
15.
get another. We get another 6 actually, like we get 18. Soul is a very good card. I underestimated him a lot when I first saw him.
Yeah, I did too. I thought he would just get nuked all the time. So we keep the eavesdrop because we could get the boat out easy, right?
Exactly. The question is, the one card we really want to see is Philippa from our deck. The question is it worth it to mulligan here? Because these are already solid cards to kind of put at the bottom, like the Urchins, for example.
Did we get the Hound out first?
We might.
So we keep this?
I think this is a keep, yeah. I think it's a solid keep. And Hound is not great in round 3 anyway, so we can just jam the Hound here. Yep. I like it.
Yeah, because he's just going to res a boat, right? I mean...
Yeah,
it's usually
he's just gonna res a boat or play a Crown Mother or something like that. Because the question we have to ask ourselves is, do we want to play this round or not? Or do we just want to ditch and go into a long round 3? If we have Philippa, I think...
He doesn't have a greatsword in the bank, so he has to do his combo in 2 turns.
Yeah, that's true.
We still get the boat out though, right?
Let's see what we hit from eavesdrop.
Can you feel a draft? Let me shut the door.
Fist deck. That is probably the best bottom deck we have.
So drop that, huh?
Yeah. It's maybe useful in round 3, but that's not really what happens.
And we don't fire up the Hound, right?
No, I think we just watch. So him using the stunning blow here kind of indicates that he maybe doesn't have access to Morkvark. Maybe.
Yeah, because right now his graveyard sucks. I mean,
His graveyard, yeah.
Granted, he can pull the Corsair of the boat. He gets the carryover Crow Mother.
There's the Clown Mother.
Feast for you, my children.
This is where we have to make a decision on how we want to tackle this game. So we can either just take the pass and go into long round 3, or we can, for example, tap the Hound and play Urchins.
Does that get us in trouble? What does he play next? He hasn't played any gold cards yet, except for Crow Mother.
I think for now it doesn't get us in trouble. Like, the shorter round 3 is, the better it is for us.
So we're going Hound and playing the Urchins.
The Urchins, yeah, I think it's just fine. I mean, we don't need to tap the Urchins. We can just leave them.
Playing with fire, I love it.
Yeah. I mean, we have 8 coins, we have another spender, and we have Luisa Savola, so we can always tempo out, and he can't really do much about it. Sound is a bit sad because you can just like res a longship and ping it, but we would have over profited anyway, right?
Right.
And I would have felt a lot more comfortable to just dry pass into round 3 if we had Philippa, because then you can just control all the great swords without any trouble.
Right. So he goes Avalok Rain.
Avalachko. That's a bit awkward for him because it's
he goes Fog! He goes for the 50-50. Greedy bastard.
Wait, that's really greedy, holy shit.
Yeah!
Okay.
So we just
so
play
greedy.
the Corsair and buff it up, right?
Oh,
We buff up the boat.
We could. Kind of a neat consideration. We could
We
also
just play Louisa and then Savola.
could also just play Louisa into Savola, blocking the fog. I think I like Louisa Savola, yeah.
Do we spend anything or no?
I don't think there's any reason to. There's no way for him to efficiently deal 2 damage. So if he really wants to kill it, then he has to like waste 2 damage on a stunning blow or something like that.
There's the great sword.
There is a great sword. Oh. Well, that's just fine, honestly. We just jam. Wait, we spend once beforehand.
Because he profits too.
Exactly, we can spend twice, honestly. Because we then go to 8, and that's a maximum carryover value at 4 coins, right?
Right.
So we'll just jam this. And just don't do anything, I think.
Yeah.
And we just see what he does here, because this might be a solid pass. But we could also contemplate maybe just jamming Muriels for tribute, killing the Greatsword, something like that. Depends on what he wants to commit here.
Yeah, because next turn he doesn't get a ping. He's
Yes.
got to play like Delirium or...
He could also just maybe play
Concoction.
Uwold and take out the Greatsword. Because without the Greatsword on board, he doesn't have reach, right? So he just has to replay the Greatsword.
Raiding Fleet.
Ooh, that's very slow. I guess that's a 50-50, right? Like, he hits this one.
He stops the Hound, but then he doesn't get pings on the great sword.
This is a pretty big tell, actually. Okay,
Really?
so
He lets it grow, so he wants to use the Morkvarg on this.
So he either has the Morkvarg, and pinging the Savola also indicates that he has Wild Boar in hand, right?
Yes.
So we can either take our pass and say, okay, just play a big card, or we could spend twice with the Jackal and then play Ewald and kill the Greatsword. It's at 6, right?
It's at 6, yeah.
Yeah, it's a bit blurry on my screen, so yeah. What is better? The round's gonna be 7 cards. How high is the pressure if we actually use Ewald here?
We're up.
Might just be a bait. We get this out. This is a hard call. We could do it.
Spend twice.
Yeah, play Yule and kill the Greatsword.
We've all a bit dirt neath the
We go fast. Nice. Very nice.
Jesus.
Yeah, it's hard, like, especially for this faction, sometimes
Syndicate
you have to, like...
co-op is like... It's playing with fire. It really is.
Yeah.
So he
We
plays
had
the
Ermion
Ermion.
for the res, of course. So if he plays Ermion here, it's kind of a tell that he doesn't have...
Mortvarg.
No, that he doesn't have a Freya in hand, right? Or another Greatsword. That's kind of what I read from this. So I think we're just jamming Mariels and a ping, and he kills Greatsword, and we just watch him be sad because suddenly he doesn't have reach anymore.
Watch he does. Alright, so we're playing Morels, hitting it, and then pinging once, right? No.
Yeah.
Okay.
Nothing turns my guts more than a filthy mage.
And I mean, this is every time going to be our pass at this point. Like, he might... I didn't actually do the math.
We
He
get
might
the
go,
leader.
Leader Greats, leader Wildboar probably. I'm not sure if it gets him ahead, I didn't actually do the math.
Mortvarg.
Okay, this doesn't get him ahead, probably. But now we might actually contemplate leader grading.
Oh, we got it by one.
No, he gets the bleeding tick,
Oh.
so he gets 2 points. So he gets it by 1. Which is kind of sad.
Yeah. 1 point.
So this Greatsword is at what strength?
13.
13. I mean, if you ask me, can we take a look at the deck? We have Philippa left, we have Azar, right? Yeah.
2
Azar and
points.
Philippa, decent spenders. I think we jam leader Graydon here. We jam the leader, Slander, Graydon. Don't tribute, and I think you hit the longship. Don't tribute, yeah, exactly. And then just spend the coins. Hit the longship and boost with the jackal. With the other. Oh no, just spend the coins. Just yeah.
This is a repeat for me getting pro rank last time.
Yeah, it's always rope co-op. It's a bit painful.
So does he have... Do we
He
just...
probably has the wild boar.
So we just pass.
We just pass,
He
yeah.
gets a carryover play, though. But he gets it every time.
But he doesn't have many alchemy cards anymore, so he needs to draw into them. So we could do the math on wild boar.
It's...
4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16... That doesn't actually get him ahead, right?
1 tick, 2.
I think it's like 18 points, the wild boar, so it doesn't get him ahead, so we should take the pass. We could have also, last turn, maybe contemplated just holding the coins, and then playing the blacksmith to boost all of our units to, like, white strengths again, right?
Oh, and the Grimmest.
And the Grimmest, yeah.
Nice.
So we could have actually 2-0'd him if we played our blacksmith and
By 1 point.
ones. But yeah, that's not necessarily something you want to do.
Yeah, that's... Playing with fire. Alright.
Yeah, I think if we draw halfway decently, nice. There's Azar. So the Jackal is not worth it this round because we don't have the funds to get the Horde. So the Trafficker is actually quite okay because this, together with Azar, allows us to hit the 9-coin limit.
So we drop the blacksmith, or we drop?
I think we dropped the blacksmith here. I think it's because it has the lowest profit, and this is so good. Oh boy.
So we play Azar, don't spend. Play the urchin. Oh shit.
Probably it's Azar into Trafficker into Urchins, and then we finish with Philippa. This is pretty game over in my book. Don't think there's anything you can do.
Man, if we had If we had eavesdrop now, he'd be screwed.
Yeah, but he's screwed either way.
So we're going Azar still?
Mm-hmm.
No tribute.
Yes, exactly. We want the coins. We want to get to 9 coins, get the boat out, and
Yoink,
yeah.
last say.
Yoink! Yoink!
Oh shit. So we're just gonna put the poison on Azar?
Yeah, it doesn't really matter, right? Because there's, I mean, I'm gonna go on a limb and say there's absolutely no way that Skelly has any poisons, but
In before
I've seen things.
Morel, King Cobra. Holy smokes. Yeah, because you don't want to burn your spender just in case. He did play Delirium, so...
Yeah, I mean, there's a reality where we try to play it safe and we spend with our urchins instead of getting the boat out. But I think we should just be fine. Just poison one of the 2 units. Doesn't actually matter much.
How's you doing business?
And what is his last card? I don't think, maybe he has like a Hemdall left. Maybe there was a consideration not to roast deck, because maybe he has a Hemdall, but I don't think so. I think most lists cut him at this point.
No, yeah. You got triple Hemdall with Lobor. So we just yoink the 5 and that's it, right?
Yeah, can just do it like that.
You do not deserve to live!
Yeah, but like, we could have played the urchins here, get the boat out uncontested, then yoink and spend, and then we win by like 15 points. Not quite, but like 10 points.
Right.
Yeah, nice.
Yeah,
nice
that's a good game. Yeah, they have a good matchup mostly because they just don't really swarm the board, and they have the options for a lot of buffs, so they're pretty good with it.
Yeah.
Hey, that's the video for today, guys. Mr. Gravesh, thank you so much, sir, for coming through. Good luck next weekend.
Always.
On
Oh, thank you.
you get to play in 2 qualifiers or just 1 if you.
I
don't
get to
make-
play. Next week is the top 16 qualifier. I finished 6th on ladder last season, and yeah, a week after it's gonna be top 64.
Yeah. So you if you don't take it next weekend, you have a chance to do it again the week after. Correct.
Exactly.
Yeah. Good luck, sir. How many TLG guys are in it?
For
the
the
top,
top
16, it's like the TLG
for the top 16,
Smash Fest.
It's Alessio, Green Knight, Pajabol, and me for top 16.
Mm-hmm.
And then for top 64, there's Saber, there's Radu, McPoyle, Beardy, and I'm probably forgetting 1 or 2 more.
Right, yeah. I seen the list on Twitter, and I was like, holy shit, man, so many guys from TLG are in it. That's awesome.
Yeah.
It sucks, though, because you guys are going to end up playing each other.
Yeah, but I mean, if we get people to the open, it's gonna be pretty hype.
Yeah, absolutely. We'll be rooting for you, sir. But that's the video for today, guys. Thank you guys for watching. Every Monday is Ladder Leverage Day. We have the top 64 players in Gwent come through and play with me. But and definitely check out teamleviathangaming.com for all the TLG lists. Some of them are a little bit outdated. It's going to take a minute to get the meta report going. Probably like another week or so, wouldn't you say? I would think we're not going to put nothing out just yet, right?
Probably we're debating it right now when we're gonna release it, but
Yeah.
probably not for another couple days at least.
Yeah, that's a safe bet because something might come out of the woodwork, aka Xavier Lemons. But all right, guys, we'll see you next time. Thanks for watching.